Hey, this is AverageJohn right here coming at you live. I want to talk about some X-Men movies, but first we gotta get some things out of the way. I want to try to make new stuff, so I'm gonna be presenting you with the song of the day. It's just a random song of the day. Hopefully, it'll make your day memorable to associate a song with it, and let's see what we got here. So, alright, I'm making sure the volume is down. Alright, so we got The Dreamer by I the Mighty. That's on here. Yeah, now I'll be posting all these up on my Instagram as we go along, as I've been doing. But, alright. And now, what have I been reading? Well, it's X-Men. I know he's not part of the X-Men, but I have been reading Deadpool, the collected, or the complete collection. Yeah, that's which includes. Actually, I just finished this last night, but it includes Wolverine Origins number 21 through 25, and Deadpool number 1 through 12, and Thunderbolts number 130 to 131. That's a pretty good collection. I like it. Basically, how Deadpool assassinates or tries to assassinate Wolverine, tries to assassinate the Skrulls, and of course tries to assassinate Norman Osborn, and all those adventures, which are pretty fun. But now let's get on to it. Ranking the best and worst X-Men movies, or at least talking about them. Maybe I don't know how to call it. Ranking them, not ranking them. Who knows? But I'm going to talk about them. So, I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to include Deadpool movies in there as well. Because it's like, well, I'm not planning on talking about Deadpool. Sorry. But I'm not for a long time or whatever. I have no plans. So, put them in here. Boom. And I have the list right here on my phone. So just bear with me 1 second. Alright. So the worst is, I want to say, Dark Phoenix. This is the worst. It's just, I don't know. To me, it was just really boring. And all the characters they brought back, or they're just, they've just been done way better before. Like Nightcrawler, for example. I mean, the only good thing I can think about is one scene with the Quicksilver, where Quicksilver does his thing. But that's about it. Alright. So the next movie I got on here is X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's right here in this handy dandy collection. I mean, it's honestly, it's not bad. It's not. I mean, it has two bad parts in it, like Wolverine's claws, their animation, it's horrible. But and then obviously Deadpool at the end. But between all that, it's actually pretty decent. I mean, it's got a pretty cool beginning of a fight where Wolverine goes through the years. All this stuff, even the ending battle, except for, of course, Deadpool. Even the ending battle is pretty gosh darn epic. So, it's not a bad movie, it's just the two unsavory moments that really drag it down from like a B or a C to like an F. In the movie right after that, we have XMen Apocalypse, which was actually pretty decent from when I saw it. XMen Apocalypse. It wasn't too bad. It was highly unmemorable. I wasn't really hyped for it or anything. Didn't actually see it till like last year, so was not really hyped for it at all. Was following Days of Future Past, and that movie was okay, but it just was not a single memorable moment in it. But now we have the latest one, the New Mutants, which was actually from, well, I thought was a pretty decent film. It wasn't the best, obviously, but it was not the worst, and I'm glad that Fox kind of redeemed themselves from Dark Phoenix, because Dark Phoenix, horrible. But yeah, I got some new mutants, like I got the younger ones going up, like the I don't know their names, but the girl from Game of Thrones and the girl from Split are, and I like them very much. Sorry, I keep on reaching over here. And it's definitely a good movie. Alright, so the next one I got is X-Men Days of Future Past, which X-Men Days of Future Past. I mean, it was pretty good. It had a lot of memorable moments. It was trying to do something. It was trying to bridge the gap between the older generation and the newer generation. It didn't work, but it had some cool moments. Obviously, Quicksilver's time in a bottle scene, Quicksilver when he's trying to break out Magneto. That was pretty cool. Or just Magneto in that football field. Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. But yeah, outside of that, I didn't think it worked too well. But that's just my opinion. So, I mean, I still liked it. It still had a lot of great scenes in it, but yeah. Okay, so the next one we got, another one in this collection, the Wolverine. Wolverine I put as number 8. Wolverine was pretty cool. Like one-off story. Oh my god, my voice keeps breaking. But a really cool one-off story. Wolverine goes to Japan. Goes to Japan. To get this sword from this guy he helped out during World War II. So, and basically the guy from World War II wants to steal the healing factor from Wolverine. Let's do this. So a lot of battling ensues. Of course, the Yakuza versus him, all that. Just it's good movie to turn your brain off and kind of watch it. It's got some excellent fight scenes. Yeah, it's one of those ones you don't think about. And next, I got an X3, which is the ending of the original trilogy, which is right here. Got X3. Wasn't the best movie of the trilogy, honestly, but did do a lot of things. How unbelievable the last scene was, where Magneto moved the Golden Gate Bridge. That scene was not believable, but it was pretty badass, I'm gonna say. I mean, it looked pretty cool. Even though, yeah, one of the problems addressed in the movie, they could have just floated over the water to there instead of move the whole damn bridge. It looks pretty awesome. And of course, the Dark Phoenix timeline. I think it was done best in this movie, better in this movie than in Dark Phoenix. But that's just me. And the next movie we got is Deadpool 2. And Deadpool 2 is a really great movie. But because it's the first time, the first one took me by surprise a little bit. I mean, I knew what I was getting into, but I was still pleasantly surprised. And the second one followed that formula, which it was good. Yeah, but like this, almost the same thing, like 2 times in a row. I mean, it gets a little stale. I mean, I know it started to be different or whatever. I don't know the right words, but yeah, I know it's like more of a family movie. But still, I mean, I don't know. I still feel the first one was a better one. But this one, yeah, introduced my guy, Cable. Which Josh Brolin did a really good job, but still, Ron Perlman had the look for that. I was more than Ron Perlman. But, well, like I said, Josh Brolin did an excellent job. Of course, he's an excellent actor. Following him since like the Goonies, so yeah, and this movie is still just full of jokes and one-liners and stuff. It'll have you laughing in stitches, dude. It will. And next up on the list, we have XMen First Class, which honestly, out of the ones that followed the original trilogy, X-Men First Class happens to be one of my favorites. You have basically a new cast coming in, replacing the old ones. You don't get Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen or Rafe. Sorry, I'm blanking on her name. But instead, you get James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and Jennifer Lawrence. Which I'm gonna say, in my opinion, Jennifer Lawrence, she's alright. This is one of her first movies. She's alright. Now I like her when she's in her human form. She kind of looks like a toddler when she's like. Was she actually like a Mystique? But yeah, I liked her other actor much better. She's just more acrobatic or whatever that way. She's just more into the look. But yeah, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, they really pull off that same type of frenemy ship that Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart pulled off. You really see that. And I just really liked it. Yeah. And after that, I got Deadpool 1. This one was the one that really got me by surprise, like I said. I mean, it has Deadpool as Ryan Reynolds, of course, and he's looking sexy, of course. And you also have a Vanessa, who actually I can't believe I didn't recognize that until like last week or whatever, that Vanessa is Inara from Firefly, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. I can't believe I didn't recognize that until last week. Yeah, it's a good movie. Of course, it was the first rated R superhero movie to actually everyone to give a damn about, you know. And it was just fun, and it really brings home Deadpool is not part of the X-Men, but he's associated with the X-Men by the fact that when he goes over to the X-Men, the X-Mansion, he's only allowed like 2 or 3 at a time. Instead of like the whole team, he pokes fun at it a lot. And I would just recommend seeing this. You know, it's another little laugh ride, pretty much. Like, it's Ryan Reynolds. You can do no wrong. Alright. Then we have X1. The starter of the original trilogy. This one was pretty awesome because I did see it when I was relatively young, and I had no expectations. I didn't see another superhero movie before then. I didn't see a Batman or Superman or Supergirl or any of those. X1 was, I think, the first superhero movie I saw. And I was blown away. Honestly, I got obsessed with the X-Men since then. I feel like this is the movie that kind of introduced me to comics in a sense. It was great set of world, set of like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, that girl as Rogue, Holly Berry as Storm, Patrick Stewart, Professor X, Ian McKellen has Magneto. All of them just, you know, really shows home what Stan Lee was actually trying to make it like the 70s, which the X-Men is. Oh, sorry, at the table. But X-Men is pretty much representation of what was going on in the 70s with the racial tensions and all that stuff. With I think Professor X being Martin Luther King, and then Ian McKellen being Malcolm X, which is cool. Then we get X2, which out of the trilogy is my favorite. It's just basically, it starts off with a gunshot, like, and it just keeps running. And the opening scene is one of my favorite opening scenes ever, with that Nightcrawler going in. Oh, just blows me away every single time. Like, I don't know. And the rest of the movie is really good too, with the Nightcrawler scene. Man, really just blew me away. to be honest, every single time I see this movie, I see the Nightcrawler scene, I kind of blank out the rest of it. I know it's Wolverine going back to Wolverine trying to find his memories, and going back to the no, it's not Wolverine trying to find his memories. I'm jumping over myself. But it's Wolverine going back to the lake and finding a General Stryker, and then trying to kill him, and then the rest of the team follows him, and then of course they don't succeed and they do succeed. But you guys gotta watch it. Alright. And last but not least, do I have it up here? No, I don't. But last but not least, Logan is my number one. And if you did not see that coming, I don't know where the fuck you come from. But Logan is just, this sold me. I knew it was going to be my number one just from the trailer alone. I'm playing Hurt by Johnny Cash, just like, oh, this got me in the mood. And then being Hugh Jackman's and Patrick Stewart's last XMen movie, it was just an excellent movie to go out on. Like basically the adamantium and Wolverine skeleton, it starts to rust, starts to just break down, and you can see that. And he gets poisoned and whatnot. And Patrick Stewart just has dementia, or I think he's just going crazy. And the whole movie just deals with that. And little Wolverine clones, X-23, like, and Wolverine saving a whole bunch of kids, like, just trying to get free from being captured. Yeah, it's a good movie, and it's definitely a good movie to watch and see. Like, it followed Deadpool 1. It has the rated R rating. It has the R rating. That doesn't mean much if you don't do anything with it, you know. It just gives a lot of freedom for, like, a lot of movies to just do whatever the hell they want. And I'm glad some of these movies have started to come out like that. You know, just doing whatever the hell they want, doing whatever ideas they want. But yeah, that's my list of the best X-Men movies, the best Deadpool movies, in my opinion. If you got any good X-Men films, if you have any different opinions than mine, let me know in the comments below. And before I go, of course, my Facebook at official AverageJohn. It's my Twitter at real AverageJohn, and my Instagram is at XXXXmayhem. That's TRIPL3XXX mayhem. Of course, I'll have all these in the description below. And all of that. So with all that, I hope you guys have a nice with all that, I hope you guys have a nice day. And I'll see you in 2 weeks.